rescue, revamp, create. The Art of Drum Synthesis. The new course is available at Letsynthesize Academy.
Yo, Dan Larson here, welcome to the new Synthesize Wednesday episode. And today I want to talk about a so cool and brand new distortion and beat reduction plugin. I bet you've never seen anything like this previously. And without further ado, let's jump into it. Cool, so this is Bitpunk, so let's have a look how it looks. So this is exactly how it sounds and I so love it. It's rusty, it's dirty. So cool. Very, to me, honestly, this is very inspiring how it looks. So the GUI is crazy. Okay, so this is a bit crushing plugin, but it does a lot more than just simply crushing the bits. So if you don't know, a sound can be stored in 16 bits. And if you start killing those bits, you get a very special bit crushing sound. So let me just quickly show it to you. So as I turn up the knob, I kill the bits. So I'm going from 16 and I'm going down to 1. So right now only the first bit is active. This is very low quality information storage on the sound that I'm playing. So this is why it gets this very rusty sound. But this plugin does a lot more than that. And what I love here is if I click on the grid mode, I can select the bits that I want to play with. So for example, I just want to kill the 4th bit and all the others are still there and containing information. I have this beautiful sound. Or the second one. It's a very special sound that you are not able to achieve with any other plugins. Or the 7th, for example. It's a light sound. So you get the idea what it does now. Let's go back to the dial. And I can choose from different algorithms. So it starts killing every even bit. It's awesome. Okay, so we have two panels right now. Panel B is not active. This is why it is on mute mode. As you can see, B source mode is on mute. So we are dealing with only panel A. There's a lot we can do here. Until this point, we just use the bit crushing mode here, that big knob. So we killed the bits, but you can play with rate reduction too. And it sounds beautiful. And also there is a built-in frequency shifter here that sounds very different than a regular frequency shifter. It's crazy good for glitches. And there is an error that again glitches your sound. Also we have a feedback that feeds back the shifter, the rate reduction and everything here basically with a delay. And a high pass filter, a low pass filter, a gain and a panorama. So you would say why this is important or what's the point of all these. So in a moment I will show you and it is very, very cool. And this is where panel B comes in. So as I told you before, one sound can be stored in 16 bits and every bit has its own information about the sound and it changes million times per second. So what if we don't kill one bit like we did here, for example, the 4th one. So what if we don't kill it but we change it or swap it or replace it with a different bit from a different sound? This is where panel B comes in. So if you click on input, panel B receives the same sound, but you can do different process with them and you can comb them together into one storage of 16 bits. Let's say I kill the 4th bit. This is the sound that you get. So we totally killed the 4th bit now. But let's use the input mode and I don't want to kill it, but I want to change it. For example, just to a low pass filtered one. You don't hear any effects now because panel B, the red one, is completely the same as our source sound. But if I change, for example, just slightly the low pass filter, we get a different sound because the fourth bit will store different informations. So it is not muted now, it is not killed, but it stores different informations, a low-pass filtered version of the original sound. As you can hear, changing the information of one of the bits can create a very different sound. The invert mode is exactly the same. So panel A and panel B receives the same source sound, but panel B is phase inverted. So if I click on the fourth bit again, this bit will receive the fourth bit from the sound but phase inverted. So in comparison, if I simply kill the fourth bit, and if I phase inverted it, we get a very similar sound, but the fun begins when I play around with these settings. Again, also you can use a sidechain mode, where again, you don't kill the fourth bit, for example, that I'm using here, but you feed in a different sound. So for example, you are playing with a bass sound, but you change of the fourth bit of a drum sound. Okay, so let me show you another example where you can go crazy with these settings. Okay, so here is a drum groove. If I just start playing with the bit reduction, you know, this is the initial one, where panel B is muted, we get this sound. But let's step this further. Let's use panel B in input mode, and I just want to play with the fourth bit. So let's change the information of the fourth bit to the tweaked mode, you know, with using low pass filter, high pass filter, or whatever. So let's crank up the feedback, for example. Let's add some delay. Okay, and let's play around with the low pass filter, for example. It sounds almost like it was playing some notes. Or what happens if I use the invert mode with the same settings? The result is even more prominent. So let's do the same thing with the fourth and the sixth bit, for example. Like the third one instead. So glitchy, so weird. And also if you crank up the frequency shifter, and with the error mode, you push the sound into a totally glitchy direction, and it is awesome. We have some global things here like high pass filter, low pass filter, some distortion, stuff like that. But basically, this is the plugin itself. Don't tell me this is not awesome. Cool, so if you want to check this plugin, go to the link below and check my drum synthesis course on Letsynthesize Academy. Also go for it in the description, and see you guys next time. Peace.